Hello everyone and now welcome to a game between Sock versus FoCuS, this game taking place here on Concealed Hill. Over here on the top right hand side of the map we have FoCuS spawning as the blue orc. Meanwhile over here on the bottom left we have Sock spawning as the red human. I am doing very well, thank you very much for asking. Had a nice weekend, pretty much spent a lot of it working though, trying to get caught up during this holiday season as things are going sideways. So if I seem a little bit more tired, it's because I am. Anyways, let's take a look at what's going to be going down in this particular 1v1 matchup. As Sock, the red human, opens up with a pretty standard build. There's the Altar of Kings, there's the barracks, there's the farm. Very, very rare that you ever deviate from that particular opening in the human style. Oh yeah, did the election finish? I think the election did finish, but Trump being Trump does not want to concede. He'll just flat out let himself tell him that he lost as opposed to giving up. But yeah, no more political talks other than that, as we are looking at Archmage going up against a Farseer. Now, Footmen will be trained up, and it looks like both players are opening up with pretty standard strategies. We are looking at 20 over 21 supply off to the north, off over here, and unfortunately, FoCuS is on the left side here, and Sock is on the right. Hopefully, I don't get confused, and we'll see where the heroes pop up, because when there are not observers, it feels like the overlay sometimes just go crazy. First time I catch a live stream. Thank you for all the content all these years. Keep me company too when I first moved abroad. Well, thank you for tuning in. All the support out there definitely does help. And all the views on YouTube, things of that nature definitely help, especially since the overlay, I actually buy the overlay so I can change the titles. So it's coming up. I will need to spend a little bit more money to update those titles and make sure that you guys know who's playing, especially when there's a lot of about Chinese or Korean characters. Actually, I don't think I've actually seen Korean characters up on the top in the title names. So yeah, when you see some Chinese characters up there, being able to change the title is a paid for feature. So hopefully, thank you everyone out there, all of my patrons, all the people who've subbed, all the people who do not watch my stream or do not turn on ad block and when watching on YouTube. Thank you very much. If you haven't done so already, do please consider subscribing, as subscriptions do generate more content. And when you see my link, definitely just click on it, as it increases the YouTube algorithm. I don't spend a lot of time trying to make the best perfect title or the best overlay or the best still on that one video there, as the Footmen are now going to be forced to retreat. We are looking at a Farseer. We're going to get in that last shot, but it does get the kill from the burrow as opposed to the Farseer. So FoCuS losing a bit of that experience right there, and is currently blocked at 20 over 21 supply. All right, this Footman down to 193 hit points. Will it be able to get away? Grunt now coming back. Archmage now shows up to the party, and is it going to try to get in harm's way? It does not, as the water elementals are still there, putting in quite a bit of pressure. All right, another water elemental, or two water elementals right there. Farseer are going to go ahead and try and put pressure again, and the Orc Burrow does take a large amount of damage from that water elemental as it is being built. You can take a look at it right there. Is it going to switch targets? That is the question. Yes, it does switch targets, knowing that this Orc Burrow is closer to destruction. Is it actually going to get taken down to 57? And it looks like it is going to get taken out by the Farseer, finally gaining a little bit of experience. Okay, Footman was purposely trying to heal up at the fountain. However, we saw that was interrupted by a Spirit Wolf. This Grunt able to heal up at the fountain, as the Archmage perhaps going to try and return the favor as well. Farseer, did it get another kill on a Footman? No, it does not look like it. Archmage going to go ahead and hang off. There it goes, aggro. Archmage trying to break away right there, taking actually a lot more damage from the Fountain of Health than it was able to regain. And now the Farseer may be able to put pressure on that Archmage unknowingly. All right, Spirit Wolf looking to back away once more. New Spirit Wolves getting summoned back around, and there is a lot of action going on around the map. Archmage sitting at level 2 does have boots of speed, will be able to run away extremely quickly when the time comes. It does not look like there's an arcane vault, no lumber mill, and no blacksmith. So no real sign of what Sok is planning once he gets into tier 2. Um, Normally at this point you would see a blacksmith, you would see an arcane vault to indicate whether it is spellbreakers or riflemen. Archmage gonna try and heal up a little bit more, and there's an engagement once more. That Spirit Wolf, why doesn't it just aggro the creeps? And yes, once again, gonna go ahead and aggro the creeps. However, it looks as though the Mantle or the Archmage, with those boots of speed, was able to escape enough and still came out on top in terms of experience, in terms of hit points. Footman now trying to escape once more, gonna take. Well, gonna try and retreat back again. Archmage still down to 175 hit points, and Sok is playing on a razor's edge, trying to, well, maximize his effectiveness, but still running around in a bit of a circle. All right, heading back off to the north here. We're going to take a look at Torrent Chieftain in position, trying to do a little bit of creeping, but the creeps the creeps are engaging against him as Footmen and Water Elementals are there as well. All right, the creeps still coming over to engage as much as possible, getting in some extra free damage as the Footmen are now backing up. Archmage just wants to use this Fountain of Health, but constantly getting stopped by these Spirit Wolves. Great use of the Spirit Wolves to try and shut down these fountains for the Archmage. Mountain King is now out onto the field as well. We are looking at dual Arcane Sanctums and now finally going into an Arcane Vault. That Arcane Vault was not built earlier as I expected it would have been, and the Archmage, well, back up to pretty much full mana, gonna try and take down this Voodoo Lounge here. However, Purge is gonna, well, make short work of the Water Elemental and prevent any sort of, well, harassment with those Water Elementals any longer. Archmage still only sitting at level 2 during this time. Meanwhile, Mountain King going up against all of these units down on the other side as well. Who is going to lose their primary hero? First, it looked as though the Archmage was about to lose that primary hero. And so far, Sok is just, well, he is playing very, very aggressively with a lot of focus and concentration. But, well, unfortunately, the results don't really show for it so far. His hero does have a slight experience advantage. He was able to disrupt a little bit of the Orc burrows, but so far, Sok has not really done that much damage to FoCuS either. Both of them have been playing very aggressively, taking a lot of attention, playing at a very high level, but no one has really taken a substantial lead. All right, Farseer going to try and retreat away. There are no sorceresses here so far, so that Farseer looks like it will be able to retreat back with no problem. Archmage now running all the way back here. Is it going to perhaps get a surround on this Ogre Lord? There you go. There's a Water Elemental trapped right there. Mountain King, Footman. And here is the problem with this one particular strategy. When you trap it, you really aren't dealing, you really don't have that much damage aside from these priests who are trying to finish it off. There goes another shockwave right out there. Overlord is going to end up getting taken down. Oh wait, one more shot. Cloak of Flames picked up by that Mountain King. All right. Pretty solid move right there to try and get that Ogre Lord separated from the remaining units. We are looking at Thunderclap as that's on that Mountain King. Well, Forest Troll Trapper does get taken out. Torrent Chieftain is sitting at level 2, and it almost feels like in this human versus orc matchup, the second hero, the Torrent Chieftain and the Mountain King, getting Thunderclap and Stomp is more important than the primary hero. Farseer is still sitting at level 1 after all this time. Meanwhile, Mountain King is just shy, and when I mean just shy, 1 experience more would have given it level 2 right, or level 3 right there, and perhaps level 2 Thunderclap or level 2 Stormbolt. Footman getting, well, purged and getting stuck in place. Level 3 now on that Torrent Chieftain, as the Torrent Chieftain is going to be looking for some easy stops. All right, where are they going to go? Are we going to see some damage? Stormbolt onto a unit right there. There goes the Shaman. Shaman going to end up getting taken down. Level 3 now on the Mountain King. However, level 2 Stomp does go down first. Archmage is in serious trouble. Chain Lightning. However, there goes the Swirl of Town Portal, a departing Lightning Shield. Oh, and is that Archmage going to end up getting taken down to 92 hit points? A quick Dispel Magic to make sure that Lightning Shield doesn't do any more. However, this expansion attempt will be shut down before it really gets up and running. Yeah, not able to hold that middle expansion right there, and this is the downside to the Archmage at this point. If you only have a level 3 Archmage, and especially if he doesn't have any survivability items, a simple Stomp plus a Chain Lightning, the Stomp lasts long enough where all of a sudden the Archmage does need to back out. Remember, the Archmage is an intelligence-based hero with only 475 hit points. If it doesn't have, well, any strength items or only 3 armor, so the jump from level 2 to level 3 is actually fairly large. To an additional point of armor and 50 hit points makes a big difference overall, as we're now looking at, well, FoCuS looking to build exactly the type of army that he wants. 50 over 51 compared to 50 over 54. Triple Kodo beasts here. Shamans with Purge. And well, there goes a nice thunderclap there. Mountain King still trying to engage. And those Cloak of Flames are going to, well, do a bit of wonders here as the Tauren Chieftain may throw down a Stomp right there. Chain Lightning following things up as those 2 footmen may get taken down pretty easily as well. All right, Kodo Beast going to go ahead and start chomping on a Priest. Mountain King gets in a Thunderclap. A Scroll of Healing, it looks like it was used once more, and both sides suffering a lot of damage here. 46 compared to 50 supply, but both sides most likely have used a lot of Scrolls of Healing and are still training up some additional units as well. Mountain King looking to perhaps get in another Thunderclap. Is it going to work out here? There goes a Chain Lightning. Archmage, Water Elementals. There goes another Thunderclap. Well, Raider actually gets healed once more again from that Scroll of Healing. And the Mountain King is just trying to retreat back. Tauren Chieftain now at level 4 with level 2 Endurance Aura. Mountain King wants a little bit of extra mana. Archmage does have level 2 Water Elementals over level 2 Stormbolt, as it looks as though this one Kodo Beast will get taken down. Mountain King shows back up to the party. Units are trying to retreat back. No slow, as the Sorceresses are just trying to, well, sneak back home. Mountain King going to come back here, perhaps get a Stormbolt off. No, does not do that. 35 supply for Sock. And he is on the worst end of this particular battle here. A couple of ensnares, and well, the entire army is completely just disheveled a bit as another Priest gets taken down. The Mountain King could have tried to Stormbolt with that Farseer, but correctly decides not to do it. Doesn't really have that much damage. And that Farseer was so high on hit points. That's a great call right there. Even though the Farseer was caught open, it would just have wasted 75 mana that he may have needed for creeping or in another fight later. During this time, though, Sock was able to set up the expansion in the center portion of the map. It's just now up and running. So, up and running now, well, trying to even up that economic advantage. Sock needs to catch back up. He is sitting on 700 gold, but he is low on lumber. Doesn't have that many peasants. Finally getting up this lumber mill here, and it may end up working out. All right. Well, Dire Wolves trying to go after these peasants here. Peasants will end up taking a good amount of damage, but that Arcane Tower should be enough to deter that, but not the main army, as the Tauren Chieftain now makes its way over. Arcane Tower not going after. Farseer now trying to back away. Scroll of Town Portal going to be landing in. Where are they going to land? And there they are right there. Archmage, Mountain King, 2 Spellbreakers, and that's pretty much it. Not very much. So, Spirit Wolves resummoned, perhaps? I believe they're... No, not resummoned. Just perhaps end of life there. Or getting taken out, as we see a Stormbolt now go down under the Kodo Beast. Alright, are we going to see a Thunderclap? Yeah, a beautiful Thunderclap follow-up right there. Scroll of Speed trying to get away, down to 12 hit points. Units are still continuing to fight right there, as we see a Stomp go down on the entire back line of those casters. Alright, the back line, oddly enough, very much in that front line position, allowing that Stomp to really deal a lot of damage and stun many of those units. Archmage could be in trouble, pushing a lesser invulnerability used in exchange for a Scroll of Town Portal. There goes another Thunderclap, though, to ensure a kill onto a Kodo Beast before the Kodo Beast could, well, get taken away by that Scroll of Town Portal. 50 supply compared to 50. Gold reserves are looking about the same there, so that, well, battle tipping back in favor of Sock ever so slightly. Interestingly enough, though, we are looking at FoCuS actually going into low upkeep, and same thing with Sock going into low upkeep before upgrades have started. I don't see any weapon upgrades. I am anywhere. So with no weapon upgrades, what is really going to be done here? We are building up a Griffin Aviary to try and counteract those Wind Riders. Perhaps we will see a Dragonhawk Rider or two. Mountain King is invisible, gonna be saying boo as much as possible. Level 4 compared to level 3, level 4. Farseer a little bit behind right now as the Thunder clap from the Mountain King completely catching units unaware and taking away that Potion of Greater Mana. That could be a big steal indeed. Mountain King being able to take that Potion of Greater Mana. Are we going to be looking at a Stormbolt? We did see a Stormbolt attempt, but not a time. Archmage now in trouble, down to 167 hit points, but was able to pick up the Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. There's that Stomp right now. Chain Lightning bouncing around. There goes a Thunderclap once more. Wind Riders obviously immune to the Mountain King's Thunderclap as the Mountain King tries to get back into position again. All right, there goes another major Thunderclap, slowing things down. I don't believe we see any more Scrolls of Healing as the Mountain King holds on to that frontline position. Priest will need to try and heal up the Archmage here. All right, Dragonhawk Rider and basically shade at this point, able to keep track of the army without being revealed himself. I don't see any Witch Doctor. Oh, wait, take it back. Witch Doctor currently now getting trained up. No guard in the middle tower. Nope, there is what no guard tower in the middle. No, yes, there is an arcane tower, no guard tower, but well, the Archmage or this one Dragonhawk Rider should be able to do enough to stop any sort of Wind Rider harassment. We are looking at Griffin Aviary stopping its production right now at 2 Dragonhawk Riders as the Archmage not going to round the corner. Tauren Chieftain very close to level 5 here. That's going to be a big question as we are looking at the Witch Doctor now placing down just sentry wards all over the place, which is going to reveal any sort of invisible Mountain King or invisible Dragonhawk Rider shenanigans. Red Drake taken down, Rune Bracers picked up. That is going to be a huge pickup for the. Is that given to the Tauren Chieftain? Yes, to make him less vulnerable to the Stormbolt's Mountain King, or the Stormbolts and the Thunderclap of that Mountain King. All right, Tauren Chieftain should be looking to back away right now. No real reason to be taking experience away from his partner, as the Mountain King also clearing out of this side as well. Mountain King, he picks up True Shot Aura, which is a big boost for this particular army, considering that, well, everything is ranged except for that Mountain King. Spellbreaker's getting in a little bit of extra damage. All right, well, Dire Wolf about to get taken out here. There it goes once more. Arcane Tower has taken a little bit of damage, and we could see a little bit of pressure coming back across here. Double Dragonhawk Riders does not see the army. Scroll of Town Portal now ready to make its way over. Are we going to get some control magic? Oh, and there goes a Raider. Raider getting caught mid-transit and gets taken out there. Also taking 2 Spirit Wolves, as those Spirit Wolves, well, we know where they're going. They're going to be heading over to the expansion of the Orc. All right, Arcane Vault now taken out. Units trying to back up here. Wind Riders are in position. Water Elemental, here we go. There's a Shackle on one. There's a Shackle on the other, but the Raiders are going to quickly be able to, well, stop channeling ability. Was not really well thought through there, as Sok going to be losing 2 Dragonhawk Riders and now have nothing to really counter those Wind Riders at all. Mountain King still in that frontline spot. What is he going to try and do next? Thunderclap is currently online. Why isn't he using it? That is the question. There it goes. A major Thunderclap across multiple units right there. Mountain King still has plenty of mana. Has a Potion of Greater Healing as well that may need to be used. Is he going to use it in time? Yes, he does. But he's still in a lot of trouble. Now getting ensnared. Invisibility and now able to get away. But no, the what's it called is right there. Stormbolt stops a Tauren Chieftain. Chain Lightning, is it going to bounce onto the Mountain King? It does, but it is not enough to finish it off. That Tauren Chieftain was in mid-stomp, got hit by a Stormbolt, and now things are starting to look in favor of FoCuS, as FoCuS is able to, well, do a little bit of, or shut down all of the plays that Sok was trying to do. But with that said, Sok actually having the higher supply count, 63 compared to 56. What is going on across here? All of the mining stopped here, so FoCuS is a little bit further behind economically speaking. The Mountain King, if it had fallen, would have tipped things in favor of FoCuS definitely. right now still a little bit too close to call, but there are no priests. If you saw earlier, there had to be trading up more priests completely, and the Mountain King almost taken down there. And well, the Tauren chieftain and that Farseer with Chain Lightning doing a great job ensuring that ensuring that that back line is constantly and easily destroyed. Spirit Wolves going after a couple of peasants. Those are going to get taken down again. This expansion now back up to full saturation once more. And well, the Mountain King, getting healed up a little bit as well, running back off to the north, perhaps going to try and save those units here. Oh, the peasant is going to be able to hide inside. No, oh, control magic switches it just in time. All right. Mountain King. What and did use that potion of greater healing, still has a potion of lesser invulnerability, regenerating pretty much back up to full mana. Also has a potion of greater mana behind him. This is going to be incredibly important right there as the Archmage gets to level 5. Level 5 on that Archmage, getting level 3 Brilliance Aura. Mountain King is once again invisible for what it's worth. However, there are a lot of sentry wards all across the map, and well, if the Tauren Chieftain is really concerned that there is a Mountain King possibly nearby, a quick Witch Doctor will quickly reveal it, but I don't know if any more Witch Doctors are out on the field. Sok now having a commanding supply, leads 76 supply compared to 63. Sok catching up on Lumber again, as he is going to be holding a Wind Rider, a Dragonhawk Rider in the air. Coming back around, there are a good number of shaman as well. We are only at adept training. Stronghold, the main gold mines have been mined out. It is one base play on both sides, as Sok has equalized the overall gold. Interesting choice by Sok to take the center expansion first, knowing that he doesn't want to fight for that King of the Hill position later on in the game. If he tries to take that third expansion, that is much, much easier for him to take since it is close to home. And that is going to be the question here. We are looking at 1-0 upgrades coming in from the human army. Meanwhile, FoCuS sitting on 0-1 upgrades. Kodo Beasts are here as well. Tauren Chieftain, Farseer, and still no one with a clear advantage as of yet. It is going to come down to execution with these armies, and that's really what you want to see. You want a game to come down to execution and how well the players are able to use their units, as the peasants are now just trying to run away from these spirits. This is one thing I never really quite understood. If you know that your opponent is going to be getting into tier 3 or level 3 Shadow Wolves, why not get the Arcane Sentry down so that you can spot those wolves? That's what those towers are already there for. Yeah, if Sok does not go for that middle location, or doesn't go for this expansion, the middle location is going to be a little bit strange. It is going to make it difficult for FoCuS to try to establish up that base, and what you're going to end up seeing is, well, both players fighting with armies at what you see is what you get. There is also a lot of workers for Sok right now, so what I am curious about is this sudden increase in lumber by Sok, even though he could be trying to establish up an expansion with those additional peasants. All right, Spellbreakers, Mountain King already all lined up right up there in the front. Mountain King needing a little bit more time. There's a counter stomp there. A couple of quick shackles. Mountain King gets in another Thunderclap as well, trying to slow things up. Scroll of Speed being used. Tauren Chieftain now throws down a stomp as well. 68 compared to 74. Spellbreakers in that front line. Militia all just pushing off their way to the north. Mountain King could be in a little bit of trouble, down to 500 hit points. Does have a potion of mana. Is he going to see another Thunderclap here in just a second? We're waiting for that Thunderclap. He is stomped on right now. There's the Thunderclap, and now low on hit points, being forced to back away. Priests need to get in a little bit of healing. Tauren Chieftain got up to level 6 in that fight, and with that Tauren Chieftain pretty much has a hall pass for death, able to come back in. There goes a Thunderclap, but doesn't give any experience as the Archmage needs to back up. All right, Tauren Chieftain now back now back in play once more, ready to continue that battle. Thunder, perhaps the Mountain King was hoping to thunderclap down the other units and not necessarily take down that Tauren Chieftain. However, Tauren Chieftain did in fact fall. All right. Units are now going to be using the Fountain of Health. And I got to say, FoCuS's control of the Fountains of Health early on in the game made it difficult for Sok to continue his harassment. That may have been the defining factor there, as Sok was really playing a great game, microing a lot and doing a lot of things out on the board, but it didn't really see the dividends that we expected to see based upon the effort. All right, Spirit Wolves trying to finish off some of these units there. They're going to go ahead and back away. And once again, the Arcane Sentry would have made it very easy, well, to try and control magic. All right, Mountain King is getting close to 6. Tauren Chieftain, well, has about another 3 minutes left of trying to fall. And I think really that's what FoCuS is looking for. FoCuS is going to say, you know what, I don't need to engage against you right now. I still have plenty of time to mine at my expansion, so I'm going to wait until I can kind of dive in with my Tauren Chieftain. He does have a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. He will be difficult to take out with the Rune Bracers and also having a Scroll of Healing to back it up. So we may even see an engagement sometime around when there's 45 seconds left on that cooldown. And, well, where are these units perhaps going to try and go next? Remember, the True Shot Aura does essentially give everything a 2-1 upgrade for the human army, but then also the Tauren Chieftain's attack speed upgrade is giving, well, major damage bonus for this side as well. Coming through, it looks like Sok is not looking to take this expansion over here on the bottom right. At some point, it should really be done to try and capitalize on that fact, but the Spirit Wolves are just going to run down off over there again. We are going into a workshop now, perhaps trying to get some flying machines. Doesn't need to set this expansion. He has all the time in the world. Yeah, doesn't need to engage. Time is still key right here. 64 supply compared to 59. Everyone just building up, and, well, Sok knows that even though he flat out, oh, there you go, finally getting that Arcane Sentry, and there's that workshop right there, and being able to spot those Spirit Wolves at the right time. All right, Sok knows that he does not want to try to fight FoCuS. Fight FoCuS on FoCuS's home field. So what he's really doing is he is waiting for FoCuS to come to him, and FoCuS says, you know what, I'm not going to come to you until I'm absolutely ready. And this timing seems absolutely perfect. He has a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability on that Tauren Chieftain, gives 7 seconds. Scroll of Healing, Rune Bracers. That Tauren Chieftain, even with 1 or 2 stuns, should be enough to really just reset that Reincarnation ultimate ability. All right, where is the Archmage and the Mountain King going to try and travel to next? Well, it looks as though they're still, both sides still not ready to fight or bring the battle anywhere. Arcane Vault being added in to try and train up some more Spellbreakers, since, well, without the Arcane Vault, you cannot train that particular unit. Flak Cannons getting added in as well. Wind Riders going after, well, this creep camp here. A Talisman of Evasion could be picked up by the Tauren Chieftain, making him that much harder to kill. No, instead, given over to the Farseer. So the Farseer adding in a little bit of extra bonus as well, too. All right, Wind Riders. Only 570 hit points. We're getting in some Troll Bat Riders as well. Flying Machines, Dragonhawk Riders. All of these units all over the, Bat Riders, Dragonhawk Riders, Flying Machines, Control Magic right there. Are we going to see another one taken out? Well, Sentry Ward could easily get destroyed right there, as we're going to be going into this final battle. All right, a slow build up to this next battle here. It looks as though the 2 Shadow Wolves are going to make their way off to the north. However, one has a longer life since he was recently controlled, and we're going to be getting into this engagement here again. Farseer getting into position. Well, there goes the Shadow Wolf trying to finish off some units. Tauren Chieftain still hanging back. Talisman of Evasion has been transferred, and we're still waiting for the fight to really, really begin here. This Shadow Wolf just going to town onto these poor peasants. wondering, well, what did he possibly do to those wolves to make him that mad? There goes another low hit point peon. Another peon could get taken down. There it goes. And now it is going to try and back away. All right, what's up? Not very much. Waiting for, well, these two powerhouses in Warcraft 3 to actually finish or engage in this next battle. It's been quite a long time coming, so to speak, as both sides don't want to engage as of yet. 77 supply from FoCuS, 69 supply from SOC. Meanwhile, a water elemental revealing itself back off in this corner here. There's a couple of guard towers, 4 minutes of mining left, and that is it. What you see is what you're going to get. All right, are they going to get in a position? Wind Rider's going to make their way over 0-1 upgrades, 1-1-1 upgrades, Rifleman, or sorry, the Fly Machine upgrades also getting added in here. Torrent Chieftain just going to go after some of these buildings here instead. What is going on? And, well, there goes a Kodo Beast getting caught out of position, and this could be really bad news here. All right, Kodo Beast down to 112 hit points, and it somehow survives. Mountain King gets a Thunderclap off, and now goes into the Avatar mode. Mountain King, does he also have a potion of a greater mana? No, he does not. As we're looking at all of this fight down here, Fly Machines point after the Wind Riders. Mountain King getting in a major Thunderclap as well. Troll Bat Riders taking down the Fly Machines, but the Spellbreakers immune to that Torrent Chieftain Stomp, and all of the casters are just pretty much just trying to spread across everywhere, making it so that it's really not that effective. All right, 62 supply compared to 47. FoCuS is starting to lose a lot more in this battle. Archmage gets invisible, but is he going to get revealed right there? No, the Sentry Wards are all gone as the Torrent Chieftain, well, out of mana, and pretty much no longer a threat at all, as the units are still trying to chase away. Chain Lightning bouncing around on that backside again, and the Mountain King is still trying to fight it up here. Purge onto the Water Elemental, level 7 now on the Torrent Chieftain, as the Torrent Chieftain is taking quite a bit of mana. All right, going to go ahead and try and fight all the way to the back here. Archmage going to be fighting all the way back here, and what is going on? Earthquake is now being cast across all of these buildings in the back. Stormbolt, however, finishes off the Farseer getting taken down. Torrent Chieftain gets back up, and now Arcane Tower going to go after that Torrent Chieftain, and that is the end of the game right there. SOC purposely bringing the Torrent Chieftain within range of that Arcane Tower, so even if the Torrent Chieftain does get back out, the Spellbreakers there would be immune, and well, the Stomps would not be able to hit all of those precious casters. Also, we did see level 6 Earthquake coming in from the Farseer to try and take down those towers first, but it was not working out at all. Beautiful comeback by, well, I can't even call it a comeback, a beautiful back and forth. SOC was really never out of the fight, but FoCuS did have the advantage in winning in a couple of those early fights, but in the end, SOC was able to come out ahead. FoCuS even having the higher level heroes overall, and getting to level 6 on his Torrent Chieftain first, and have Reincarnation work out well. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.